Welcome to Storytime at the Loveland Public Library and Miss Andrea. Before we read stories, we always have to get our wiggles out. Can you stand up for me, please? I wiggle my fingers. I wiggle my toes. I wiggle my ears. And I wiggle my nose. I wiggle my shoulders. I wiggle my chin. I stretch my arms wide and I pull them back in. I wiggle my elbows. I wiggle my knees. I hop like a bunny. And I smile and say, cheese. Now I have no more wiggles left in me, and I'll sit on the floor as still as can be. So our book today is by Laura Holbert. It's illustrated by Erik Brooks, and it's called Who Has This Tail? So let's see if you can help me guess. Who has this tail? It's kind of furry, but it also has these bumps on it. A spider monkey has this tail. A spider monkey uses its tail to hang on to branches. That's called prehensile, if you can use your tail to grab things and feed yourself. Oh, who has this tail? I see scales. I see this is the end of the tail, and those are kind of a rattle. A rattlesnake has this tail. A rattlesnake uses its tail to warn its enemies. It's saying, stay back. Who has this tail? This has one point here and another point up here. A shark has this tail. A shark uses its tail to push itself through the water. It's like a fin, it goes back and forth. Who has this tail? It's got fur on it. A gerbil has this tail. A gerbil uses its tail to balance on its back legs. Who has this tail? This looks like hair almost. A horse has this tail. A horse uses its tail to flick away flies. So if the bugs are all flying around the horse, it can use its tail to shoo them all away. Who has this tail? It's bent in a circle. A scorpion has this tail. A scorpion uses its tail to sting its prey. Oh, who has this tail? Yeah, this tail's beautiful. It has all these feathers, and they kind of look like eyes. Let's see. A peacock has this tail. A peacock uses its tail to attract a mate. Who has this tail? It looks very bushy. It's white. An Arctic fox has this tail. An Arctic fox uses its tail to stay warm while it sleeps. Who has this tail? It's got fur and scales. A beaver has this tail. So we had scorpion tails and monkey tails and horse tails. We have these tails. Nice job. Can you stand up for me, please? And we will do, all right. We know head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? Let's try that one first. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. All right, but what if we did hair, or we did ears and whiskers, tail and feet? Let's try it. Ears and whiskers, tail and feet, tail and feet. Ears and whiskers, tail and feet, tail and feet. Pet my fur and give a little squeak, squeak. Ears and whiskers, tail and feet, tail and feet. Fantastic. Can you get your clapping hands out and help me say goodbye? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Goodbye. For those who might want it. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! Thank you so much for coming to Storytime today.